Other news tonight, a Boise psychiatrist under investigation for sexual misconduct has spent years working with the inmates at the Juvenile Corrections Center in Nampa. A whistleblower at the facility said staff had questions about Dr. Richard Pines for years. And yet, even after the state began its investigation, Dr. Pines was allowed to visit the Nampa facility. And tonight we're on your side to ask why. The state medical board started investigating Dr. Richard Pines early this year and filed a complaint against him on June 28th. Juvenile Corrections whistleblower Rhonda Ledford says Pines was a regular therapist at the Juvenile Corrections Center in Nampa, and she was gravely concerned when she learned of the investigation.
See how many times he's visited? Yeah. That's insane.
Visitation logs provided by Ledford showed just how many times, 12 in just 9 months. The last visit was in mid-July, well after the state board filed its complaint. Ledford says the staff got an email from Supervisor Betty Grimm, who wrongly thought Pines had his medical license revoked. She recalls what Grimm said.
Well, you know, he can't work with the juveniles anymore because he's had his license revoked, but he's a really good friend, and, you know, he's been really good with the kids. Betty Grimm said that in her morning briefing. Oh, okay. And that was back in April.
So what was a man accused of fondling naked juveniles doing visiting juvenile corrections? Grimm wouldn't comment, and the director of juvenile corrections sent us this response. I'm confident that our staff and the procedures we have in place focus on the safety and protection of the juveniles in our custody. Safety is our #1 priority. It's possible that Pines was visiting a former foster child at the facility, but Health and Human Services Representative Tom Shanahan says his agency revoked Pines' license to be a foster parent in July of last year. He couldn't elaborate, but it raises the question why Pines would have contact with any foster child, especially one at juvenile corrections. Now, we were unable to contact Dr. Pines or his attorney, and while he is under investigation by the state, his license is not revoked, and the state board says he is free to continue practicing in Idaho. In response to the complaint, Dr. Pines denies all the allegations against him.